If you're new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button and also hit the bell as well for new videos every day, every week.
What's going on, all of my fellow Joy-Con boys and girls? This is your boy, Nintendo Logan. We're once again back at it again here, with yet again another stream for you guys here. I know for this stream I did pretty much mention to you guys that we're pretty much going to be doing the next episode of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. I actually did kind of change my mind on doing that actually, and of course, all the Switch 2 news that we got out, that we pretty much gotten on this week, and especially with the one on the back, especially with the crazy news that we just heard about earlier today during the Treehouse event about possibly the Switch 2 price point possibly going up and whatnot. So that's why once again I wanted to kind of come on here to once again not only discuss how we're feeling about the Nintendo Switch 2 overall with all the stuff that we pretty much know about this at this point. Thanks once again the recent Nintendo Switch 2 Direct that we just had a couple days ago, and especially now that Nintendo pretty much wrapped up their Nintendo Treehouse presentations once again. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty fun, chill discussion on our overall thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2. And of course, if you guys have any more, oh my gosh, I can't even talk. I apologize, but if you guys do any overall thoughts about the Nintendo Switch 2 once again that you guys want to let us know about, definitely let us know once again in the comment section down below. And as always, we'll definitely try as best we can to read some of you guys' overall thoughts in the chat once again to see how you guys are feeling overall about the Switch 2 and whatnot from what we know about so far. But before we get into the rest of the stream, I do want to shout out everybody that's watching right now. If you're watching this live right now, or if you're watching this later on the replay. And yeah, if you guys are excited about our live discussion about our overall thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2, make sure you guys definitely smash that like button if you guys are ready for our live discussion on the Switch 2. And if you guys are also brand new to our YouTube channel, as well well, yeah, if you guys are just brand new to our YouTube channel, make sure you guys once again subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure you guys also have notifications on. So if you want to send more upcoming live discussions, and even more upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 coverage next time in the near future once again. Because like I said, there's going to be tons of Switch 2 content no matter what happens, leading up to the launch on June 5th once again. So make sure you guys definitely do stay tuned for that in the future. And plus, if you guys have not yet subscribed to the Nintendo Loaded Clips channel, Logan's Pokemon TV series review, the main Ultra Joy-Con Game channel, and Ultra Joy-Con Game Live, some of those channel links will of course be in the description below, as well as on the main page of our YouTube channel. And plus, if you want to get info on how to join our amazing Discord community, if you guys have not yet become a member in there yet, and want to be able to try to interact with us live during the future streams, especially in the near future, of course we'll have all that info also in the description below. If you guys want to once again, as always, get some info on how to join our Discord server, and want to be a part of our awesome community once again, which are going to be happening there in the moment. But before we do that, if you guys do not do any of that stuff and do not hit that like button, you guys already know Reggie Vizame will of course come out here and say, wait, what? Okay, there he is right there. Kind of got thrown off because I moved my OBS window. But of course, Reggie will come out here and say, what's wrong with you? If none of y'all do not do any of that following stuff that I mentioned. But anyways, without further ado, like I already mentioned, let's get into the voice chat so we can get started with our Switch 2 discussion right here. Pretty much with the stream, obviously. So without any further ado, and also, if you guys are watching live right now, highly recommend you guys definitely do share the link to the stream around, because I feel like the stream channel is just like a certain streams that we do here. It's probably gonna be in a gravestone once again, possibly. So then make sure you guys click that share button and make sure you guys share the stream around so that we can spread the word more about the stream once again. Just so we don't have another dev VC and have to put that in the gravestone once again. But anyways, I think I've rambled enough, so let's officially now go ahead and get into the voice chat here. So let's get in there. In 3, 2, 1, clickety clank. Let's get into the voice chat, and we are back. Alright, what's up? Hey, what's up, everybody in the voice chat? What's good, everyone?
Hey Logan, how's it going?
Hey,
You too.
hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up there, everyone? And how's everybody doing right there once again today?
Pretty good. Doing good.
Heck yeah, I'm glad you guys are doing good
Pretty
there.
much just had a work day.
Yeah. But anyways, good to see. Good to see you guys here, and a little bit of a different schedule once again, because I know I kind of mentioned that we were going to be doing Xenoblade X tonight, but I'm gonna figure we just come on here just just have a little discussion about how we feel about the Switch 2 overall with what we've known about so far. Then we had the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct and also the Nintendo Treehouse events, and see how a little bit more time to process all this stuff. And especially something that actually did actually end up happening today, which we've already kind of sort of talked about it already. Pretty much the situation with the price of the Nintendo Switch 2 once again with the tariff thing and all that. But so yeah, we're gonna be discussing overall all that stuff, and yeah, so without further ado, we're not gonna waste more time, and we're just gonna get started right now with our discussion here. So I want to ask some of y'all, it could be anybody right here actually. How do you guys overall feeling about the Switch 2 so far, from all the stuff that we know about the games, the price, and what the specs are for the Switch 2? How are you all feeling about it so far? Overall thoughts?
I don't know.
I feel very bad because the prices have to drop. The prices have to drop.
Yeah, that price point, honestly, there's like so many people out there that really want that really think that the Switch 2 is like really expensive at the moment. Because if you guys have been watching Nintendo's Treehouse event lately, in the chat, there was just so much people in there. Just no other comments in there besides lower the price, lower the price, lower the price, lower the price. That was like legit the only thing that
there was a news article made about it, I think.
Yeah.
Like when they did the Mario Kart World thing.
Oh yeah.
Everyone started spamming drop the price.
Yeah, literally.
Drop the price, real.
I couldn't help but laugh at that, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, because like I just want to say, I just feel like to this very day, that's just how the internet is to this day. Like people were just so hyped about the Switch 2, and all of a sudden they see that price, and they're just like, "All right, everyone, it's time to go and get on social media, go on Nintendo's live stream chat, and keep on spamming, lower the price, and whatnot." And that's exactly what everybody did.
Don't lower the price. Well, too bad.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for like Nintendo. Like, who wants control that?
I don't want the Switch 2 getting to the scalpers.
Yeah. I mean, that is true though. That is true though. Like, Nintendo's like, I mean, Nintendo already kind of said that pretty much they want to like make sure everybody gets a Switch 2 and like kind of combat the scalpers. But at the same time now, why in the world does it have to be $450 actually? And I mean, originally it was $450, but now they're pretty much saying that people are kind of speculating that the price could possibly go up. All thanks to the tariffs.
And like, you think that's bad though? It's $630 up here in Canada for the system itself, and $700 for the bundle.
Oh my god, that sounds crazy.
Yeah,
wait, really?
I swear to God, if even those prices get affected because of what's happening in the U.S., I will literally find someone.
Wow.
I'm not actually good.
Oh yeah.
Japan's trying to the region locking somewhat.
I'm not actually going to do that, but I will be upset.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that'll be like a lot of people. Because like I noticed like lots of people that are and sort of like and stress and fear and all that, because once again, $450 already seen a way too expensive for the Switch 2. Which honestly, I can kind of see why it's like that. Because if you look at the hardware and the specs, they say it's going to have 4K at 60 FPS when you're playing in dock mode, and at 1080p and 120 FPS when you're playing in handheld mode and whatnot. So I can maybe see why that might be, like $450 might be the reasonable price for the Switch 2. Assuming they're still going to go with that price. But if they go anything above that, goodness gracious, people are just going to go riot, honestly. I don't know about these retailers, but definitely, more importantly, Nintendo, because Nintendo was the one that, thought about the price point, and people are already really upset with $450 already being the price point for Switch 2. So if it gets anything higher than that,
is a lot of money that some people don't have.
Yeah, because $450, there's not probably a single person out there that has that kind of money, like $450 and whatnot. There's not that many people that have any jobs. There's not that many people that can't afford anything. Like, you're just one of the people in a very bad situation that really want to Switch 2. And especially come the holiday season. I bet during the holiday season, there's going to be people that go in that store, and if they see that the Switch 2 is, at $450, or if it goes anything above that, like, let's just say like $600, people are just going to go in there. They're going to go into GameStop and a Best Buy or whatever to get it. They're going to see that price, and they're going to be like, what the heck is this? $600
My
bucks,
mom-
almost
my mom didn't even get my
$1,000.
Switch in store.
It's almost $1,000 just for a console and a handheld console. That is just
'cause
crazy.
I think people like had budgeted only a certain amount of money to buy this, and if the price increase results in those people like having to spend more than what they allocated, then they're not going to buy it.
Exactly. And especially like look at the software. Look at how much they're offering for the software for the Switch 2. Mario Kart World, $80. While you have DK Bonanza at $70. What is up with that price point? Why put Mario Kart World at $80? Well, Donkey Kong Bonanza is at $70.
Yeah,
What is that even, man? What is that even?
What I remember, the regular Switch was fairly consistent with game prices, with everything being $60 US, with the exception of Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
But that was literally it.
Yeah.
Okay, can I say something?
Okay, alright, go ahead, Crusher. What do you got?
I feel like, okay, I'm going to throw something out there. I feel like $400 would make sense.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay, because the Switch was $300, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the
And the
Switch
OLED
One.
was $350.
And then the Switch OLEDs were $350.
Yeah, that was the OLED, yeah. 350.
And so, pretty much you can play any games from the Switch 1 on the Switch 2.
Yeah.
So it obviously have to be more expensive than the Switch 2.
Yeah.
But if you're going to make us pay like $70 for a brand new game, then you might maybe cut back a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Like, okay, maybe do like $425 for a bundle.
Yeah, that would be reasonable. Yeah,
like,
425 for that.
That at least cuts down the price.
Oh,
I'll still
definitely,
give
yeah.
it like a fair amount, I would say.
Yeah. But,
Okay, and then yes, then yes.
yeah, just but I don't know, man. It's just the backlash that's been going on with the Switch 2. Like, I did not even think that the first ever thing that when Nintendo announced the Switch 2 and all that, especially after the price, I did not even think there was going to be that much backlash on it. Because when we got the Switch 2 Direct, we saw no, don't get me wrong, that Switch 2 Direct, absolute straight fire. That's an absolute S tier to this very day. But
I was screaming when I saw the Switch 2 Direct, and I was watching it in math class.
yeah.
Oh, really?
But yeah, it's just like everybody was so hyped during that Switch 2 Direct, and all of a sudden they reveal the price, and then here comes a couple days afterwards, the Switch 2 price is actually going to be either increased. It's going to possibly increase thanks to tariffs, and man, what a mess so far with this with the Switch 2 situation. Even the system's not even out yet, and here people are just complaining about the price, and then here comes like even more bad news with like the possible tariff thing going on. Possibly.
Now, the good news, though, well, at least for me where I am, is that the pages for Best Buy, GameStop in Canada still say April 9th for the pre-order date. So I should still be okay.
Yeah. I feel like it's only. I think people said it's only for Canada. I think it might be.
I think the pre-order delay is only for the US. Canada, I don't think is being impacted by this.
Yeah, it's really confusing why. If pre-orders are going to be still going on April 9th for other regions, I know for the US, obviously, they already confirmed that for the US, it's not going to be April 9th for the pre-orders.
I think like in Europe, like specifically the UK, Australia, New Zealand, or whatever, I think their pre-orders already started.
Yeah. But it's just so
And then the
weird.
ones in America got delayed.
Yeah, like why delay like the pre-orders in the US and not in Canada and also in Europe as well? Like seriously, that is just bizarre, man. That's just bizarre. How they did that.
Like that's what makes this even weirder, because usually whatever happens in the US also usually applies in Canada, because the two of them being neighbors and whatnot.
Exactly. That's literally just the most bizarre move that I've ever seen, man. Like, we're not doing the pre-orders in Canada and also in Europe. They're not gonna get affected by this, but the US is gonna get affected by it. What does that have to do with anything? It's like, Canada and Europe, they're gonna be fine with pre-orders on April 9th, but not the US. What kind of decision is that, man?
I still wonder why they decided to hold off the pre-orders for the US.
Exactly. I don't get why exactly that's happening. And then you got the internet complaining about there possibly being possible tariffs along with this. I mean, again, we're not really political here and all that, and we don't talk about politics on this channel.
Yeah.
But
At least the console's release date isn't changing. So really, all this means is that people in the US will have less time than they originally anticipated for pre-orders.
yeah.
Okay, that's true.
But yeah, why complain about the release date for it? Because they literally said that the release date for this thing's not even changing.
Okay.
And yeah, I still understand it's about the price and all that. And figuring out if you're gonna be able to afford it day one, but
But all of this aside, though, I will point out Mario Kart and DK, from what I saw in the Treehouse segments, looked sick.
oh my gosh, yeah, I want to talk about that actually. I want to focus on that real quick. Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza, both of those games, absolutely straight fire though. Especially with Mario Kart World, what we've been seeing so far with and everything that was showing off even in the Treehouse gameplay, there was like a lot more than I thought they would show off for Mario Kart World. Because I remember we saw it back in January of 2025 when they first revealed the Switch 2 and Mario Kart World. Well, basically the new Mario Kart, quote unquote, because that's what we were calling it back then until now.
Yeah.
It's like we barely even knew about the game, and now it's now. We're now on April 4th, and we know Mario Kart World for 3 days now, and there's so much information that we know about the game, and
that's even before the Mario Kart Direct on the 17th.
Oh my gosh!
The best part of Mario Kart World is being able to play as a cow.
Oh my gosh, the Alpha Movement Meadows. But dude, that's the most random character I've ever seen in a Mario Kart game, I feel like.
And,
Hey, you can also play as a snowman.
I mean,
That's true. Yeah, you can play as a
file
snowman.
sizes for some of these games, like Donkey Kong being 10 gigs, okay, that's fine. That's kind of more in line with some of what was on Switch 1. But
Thank you.
23 gigs for Mario Kart, holy smokes.
Wait, how much gigabytes is Mario Kart World?
23 gigs, they said.
Are you kidding me?
Really?
23 gigabytes of Mario Kart World for a Mario Kart game.
And
one thing I like about the new Switch is
once potential DLC gets added later, it'll end up being a bigger size.
Oh my gosh. That much gigabytes just for a Mario Kart game. Goodness gracious.
It's so big it's making me cough.
Oh, I know.
Just imagine, the file size is so big that it'll make the Switch 2 explode or something.
Dude, seriously though, yeah.
Wait. Logan, kaboom.
Yes, we go, kaboom.
I just realized since the Switch 2 has so much storage, you can finally play NBA.
That's
Yeah,
right,
like-
yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah.
If
the other games don't take up your space, yeah.
One thing's guaranteed: if they tried to put this new Mario
That means I can play Fortnite again.
well,
That's true.
one thing's guaranteed. I will guarantee one thing: with that kind of file size for Mario Kart, if they tried putting that on regular Switch, with how old that hardware is, I can almost guarantee there would be frame drops like crazy.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I remember running Star Fox on the Super Nintendo.
Awesome.
It would legit run like that. It would be running like Star Fox on the Super Nintendo.
Fox Nintendo Edition.
The car is moving at a snail's pace. And then the next thing you know, software closed because of an error.
Yeah.
The software was because an error occurred. That was Minecraft at one point.
Dude, I
guess
can
it's a good new game is on the successor.
Yeah, thank goodness, because I'm already picturing it right now in my mind, playing Mario Kart World on the Switch 1. Goodness gracious, that will be so unplayable though, with the massive frame rate dips. It'll be so unplayable.
Oh yeah, question. Is the Dolphin the Dinosaur is a top $70 to the Tinsel price?
Yeah. If you're asking DK Bonanza is at the same price as Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, it's not a surprise because we saw. I mean, it's not really too new because we saw this on the Switch 1 with Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, where that was pretty much price of $70 and all that. Oh, hold on, give me a sec.
There's so much storage, you're literally coughing.
All right, I'm gonna go. I have to.
Yeah,
There's
so much gigabytes. There's so much gigabytes There's so much gigabytes being taken up that I'm coughing.
Wait, Crush, you ever play Smash Bros yet, or do I still have to wait?
I'm good to play whenever.
I'm good play now. I'll make the
Alright,
arena
let's do it.
because I'm already in
let's
the
do
game,
it.
obviously.
You can send me the whatever. Okay, hold on.
Wait a minute, do you get DMs from people you're not friends with?
Alright, once again. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you can.
Alright. Okay, so, but yeah, going back to what I was saying before, it's, like I said before, for Mario Kart World, man, if you were trying to play on the Switch 1, yeah, that was seriously unplayable, though. Oh, give me a minute, hold on.
Okay, one.
Bro!
Deb.
What?
The Super Smash Bros. Discord server.
What about it?
I joined in 2021 and never spoke there again.
Really?
Oh, alright, okay, for real, I'm back now. Alright, but yeah, going into what I was saying before, like, with the price, like, with $70 and all that, for, DK Bonanza, I mean, it's not really anything too new, because, again, we already saw Nintendo do this with, like, Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch 1, where that was pretty much, like, $70 and whatnot. But, at the same time, too, it's like, why can't all these Switch 2 exclusives be, like, you know, the same price as DK Bonanza and whatnot? Why is Mario Kart, out of all the Switch 2 exclusives we know about so far, has to be $80 and all? Like, what is it? What
Because it makes money?
Yeah, but it's like,
It's basically the same reason why $70 only applied to Tears of the Kingdom for Switch 1.
yeah. But for Mario Kart World, it's like $10 more than like how Tears of the Kingdom and DK Bonanza is. That's so weird.
And yet people are still going to buy the game anyway because it's Mario Kart.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Because even if you look at the massive sales that like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had on the Switch 1, that game sold like that game like was literally like blown out of the water. 60-some million units on the Switch 1. So Nintendo knew from the very start that when Mario Kart 8 Deluxe being the best-selling game on the Switch 1, Nintendo already knew from the very start when the Switch 2 was first announced. And even think about it too, like why was Mario Kart the only game that was shown off originally during that Switch 2 reveal back in January 2025? Because the reason why Nintendo looked back at the sales data for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, they knew immediately that people were immediately going to pick up on the new Mario Kart World on Switch 2, because as we all know, Mario Kart World, regardless, no matter how much it is, if it's $80 or if it goes anything higher than that, people are going to still buy it regardless, like how Mark was saying, because Mario Kart now is probably one of Nintendo's best-selling games, and probably by far, definitely a system seller, similar to what we saw with Switch 1 with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah, because I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold, like, what, over 60 million copies on Switch?
I think it was somewhere around there. I think almost like 70, I think. I think it's about to reach like 70 million units. Well, I could be wrong now.
That's a lot.
Yeah, especially for a game originally from the Wii U. That is insane.
Yeah, like, I don't know if sales from this game can possibly top that, but I can guarantee that there'll be a way.
Yeah. But also to kind of go on the tariff thing a little bit, because I've thought about this a little bit, and just honestly seeing a lot of like the the backlash going on right now, and just like a lot of people being afraid about the price like going up and all that stuff. I just want to say, I just feel like just people on the internet, they really need to relax, honestly, because we don't know how this is going to affect Switch 2. We don't know if it's going to increase the price, if it's going to stay the same, or as much as everyone wants this to happen, maybe lower the price. I highly doubt like lowering the price or keeping the price the same. I don't think that's it. I don't know if that's going to happen. But as it seems like that price is never going to increase, and if it increases, it better not be way too much, where it's almost like a PlayStation 5 Pro. Because look at the PlayStation 5 Pro. That thing is almost selling for like almost $1,000. And Nintendo gets something that price for Switch 2, that is going to be nuts for a handheld system. For a handheld hybrid. That will be nuts.
Wait, how much?
I think Logan said like $1,000 for the PS5 Pro.
Well, I think almost to $1,000 actually.
And that was way before this whole tariff thing started.
Exactly. So it's like,
and it's not like the first time tariffs have happened either, because there were a couple other instances like of this years ago. Only in those instances, no video games were involved.
yeah. Yeah, it's just so it's just really sad. It's just really sad how this is happening, man. Like it's sad. It is just so ridiculous how this is happening now. Honestly,
Selecting.
yeah, it's like everyone's trying to get a Switch 2 day one. Definitely good luck with that. Honestly, it's either good luck or your wallet's gonna be dead immediately.
I mean, the price points they're charging is already hard mode. Now it's pretty much extreme hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Extreme hard.
Yeah, exactly. This is really probably like the worst we've ever seen any Nintendo console launch and whatnot, and especially with it not being out yet. And I know there's also a lot of people saying that, like, you know.
Okay, so we're using Thunder now.
Yeah. So, but there's basically like people saying like, oh, this thing's gonna flop. It's gonna be another Wii U situation. It's gonna fail miserably. Like, why do people like? I can see like this thing is not gonna flop no matter what. Like, that's what, again, that's my thing now. That's my thing. It's like, people, again, it's people on the internet. People are complaining about the price. Are people still gonna buy it? Of course they're still gonna buy it. They're gonna keep whining and complaining. But look, when June 5th comes around, those people that are complaining about the high price point for the Switch 2, they're gonna get it regardless, no matter what happens. Why are you sitting here complaining when you're literally gonna get that thing later on when it comes out? Like, that gets on my nerves, man. That was a joke.
Although this kind of makes you. Meanwhile, all those like Nintendo content creators with like millions of subscribers are probably grinning from ear to ear, but they're gonna get it for free anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, no matter what Nintendo does, no matter how high this thing is, like, if it's still gonna stay at like $450, or if it's gonna go higher than that, people are still gonna get it regardless. And even I said before, like I said before,
no, I shouldn't.
yeah, but as I was saying before, I even said this on the Switch when the Switch 2 first came out, and way before I even knew this was even a thing. Nintendo is never making sure they do not pull another Wii U situation. Like Nintendo's never making sure they do not do any, like, they don't do none of that stuff again, because Nintendo literally learned from their mistakes from the Wii U, and they're definitely trying to make sure that, you know, they don't really pull that kind of situation once again. But another thing too as well, and I think I might also maybe screenshot this actually. Shadows, maybe I might or might not know this guy, but Shadows and Mike Odyssey actually on YouTube, he kind of went a little bit more in depth on this actually, telling everybody just calm down and relax, and you know, saying that like, you know, I might actually like pull the video anyways here about what Mike Odyssey had to say, because it's gonna be hard to explain what he actually said, but I'll let the video speak for itself here once I get it. But I actually watched it, and I think I actually do kind of agree what it was actually saying about this, with the whole like Switch 2 and tariff thing and whatnot. So let me go ahead and of course after this video, I'll leave a link down below to the original video in the description once again, along with this YouTube channel as well, just so you guys can also check out the video for yourself, and what's it called? You guys can go subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. Yeah, because like I said, shout out to Mike Odyssey, man. Mike Odyssey is a great guy. If you guys don't know about him or have seen him before, like I've seen him before, or haven't heard about him before as well. But again, he goes really in depth. He goes really in depth with this whole thing. So give me 1 second. Let me put up on the screen share here. Then after this, I want to hear you. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this actually as well. I know we've been mainly talking about like the whole like bad situation with the Switch 2.
Get over there.
But yeah, I just want to focus here, because man, that's been like the big headline these past few days, ever since like coming off what happened during when Nintendo announced the price and whatnot. So anyways, can you guys see the screen share?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that Mike Odyssey's kind of trying to stay relatively calm over this, while everyone else is practically freaking out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also like, I'm also trying to stay calm about it too, because like, again, we don't know what could possibly happen with this. Like even I said before, this possibly could be a good thing that this is happening, or it could be something bad possibly. Like we don't know that. We don't know yet. We're still trying to wait for official confirmation from Nintendo themselves. But that's what I'm saying. Don't jump to conclusions. wait until Nintendo says something. Wait until these retailers say something about this. Then you can actually make a decision on if you want to get the Switch 2, or like if you change your mind getting the Switch 2, or you just got to wait a little bit until hopefully there's a price drop for this thing in the future. But like I said, I'm gonna let the video speak for itself here. So let me go and play the video and let you guys hear this.
What the?
Welcome back to the Odyssey, my friends. I am Mike Odyssey, and well, I want to go ahead and shed some light on everything that's been happening in regards to the delay from Nintendo on the pre-order status.
Yes, he did.
I want to first advise, guys,
my friend is still salty that I beat
from
their
any channel that is fear-mongering. It's spreading fear-mongering, meaning saying, "Oh, the prices could go up, this could happen." Fear and just feed off your fear for their personal view. I was
no, that's not wrong about it. I just want
ignore it completely.
You just want to make sure
that's not the right way to go. That's not the right thing to do.
If I can find the stage, I'm gonna choose it.
Oh wait, can you guys hear the audio by the way?
I have no information, no details as of yet.
Is there the audio coming up for you guys, or
it's what's going on right now?
I'm not even watching it.
And what has happened? You know. Officially,
okay, all right. I just want to make sure
because everywhere else, we're gonna go ahead and read it.
Someone told me before, like
what this could be related to. Again, if you enjoyed Nintendo content, if you enjoy straight to the point news, guys, I'm never.
I think maybe he was like a voice chat member, or not a voice chat member, a chat member. He's like, okay, we can't hear it, but
we're on our way to
maybe we can because we're in the Discord call,
and I cannot do it without your help.
Yeah,
so I appreciate it more than you know. Let's go ahead and get into the news today. I'm going to go ahead and first read a statement made by
I like Pokemon.
GameStop, right? GameStop is the most official source that we have right now. Other news outlets, Nintendo Life, GameSpot, they all have their own way of fear mongering, which I do not agree with.
I thought you were about to SD on.
I'm going to go ahead and then read here from GameStop here, and let's go ahead and read. An update from
it's
Nintendo.
A Pokemon versus a child.
Pre-orders from the Nintendo Switch 2 in the US will not start April 9, 2025 in order to assess
the potential
impact of tariffs and evolving market conditions. Nintendo will update timing at a later date. The launch date of June 5th, 2025 is unchanged. GameStop will continue to work closely with Nintendo and provide updates as soon as more information becomes available. Stay tuned for further details. Now you can get more information on this at GameStop.com. Switch 2, they have their address here, and you can stay up to date if you are wanting to GameStop. Pre-order there, then you can get their information there. Sign up for their email list so you can get up-to-date information directly from their website, right?
So, Melee.
Now that we know that, I want to give you guys three major things, right? The first thing that's happening, right? The first thing that's happening around the world, we know that there's these tariffs, right? I'm not going to get too political. This sounds political.
Wait, guys, don't talk
politics. But they exist. They're there. They're the tariffs, right? Then there is the backlash. Okay, the backlash that we've seen for 2 days straight. Today, yesterday, and today. Actually, 3 days straight, starting with the Nintendo Direct. After, right? Then the both tree houses dropped the price is trending, and it was bombarded throughout the
tree house off the top event too, because that move normally kills off sides, I think.
Okay,
I got 3 stars.
We got word from 2 former employees,
Kid
Krista, who mentioned that this is a Nintendo crisis. This is a crisis they need to manage because it's out of control, it's out of their hands. And lastly, the stock market, the stock prices for Nintendo are
this is interesting right here.
Going down. And so there's these 3 major factors that are happening right now. The tariffs, the feedback from the fans, the consumer, right at the beginning of the life of the Nintendo Switch 2 is getting in the way of their promotional efforts, showing us the game, what's important about it, the system, all that stuff, right? It's been overshadowed by the pricing, by all this drama that's going on in the world of Nintendo. It is new, it is real. It's not the silent majority or the vocal minority. It's the vocal majority. This is a lot more people involved. the consensus of the entire
Ice
fan
cream
base
sundae?
that wants an explanation for all of this stuff happening. Nintendo has just been very, very quiet. Now, putting these three things in perspective: the tariffs, the backlash from fans, okay, and the prices for shareholders, right? I want to ask you this because I know you guys are incredibly smart, and I want to put it in your hands.
I want the bell.
What do you think is the most likely thing that happens next? There is this crisis caused by higher prices. There's this crisis caused by higher prices. Okay? Do you think that in order for Nintendo to manage this crisis, they're going to raise the prices? No. What they're doing is, let's say, the tariffs were there before the pre-order date. The tariffs were there before the presentation. So, I am so sure that the tariffs were a factor for the current pricing. So, what they're doing is, okay, you know what? This is the reason why we are in this situation. Let's go ahead and assess to see what we can do to resolve this.
Vegetables.
So rather than a price increase, I see a price decrease. And not to say that it will come right away, but Nintendo is assessing what they can do to manage the crisis. This is a combination of three things that are happening: the stocks, the prices, and the tariffs. This is not just a tariff. This is a combination of everything at once that Nintendo has decided to cancel a pre-order. This is not. This happened just because. This happens because they are in crisis management mode, and they want to make sure that the launch goes as successful as possible, right? They don't want another Wii U issue happening.
That's what I said. They don't want another Wii U situation
of this thing. They are
Why is
actually
this so big? Oh my god! I need to switch.
What's happening around the world so that they can then, you know,
I think
he has the worst character in the entire game right now.
But the action will not be raise the prices. It's not going to happen. Trust me. You cannot manage a crisis that is caused by higher prices by raising the prices. Worst case scenario, it stays the same. They issue a statement with more information, kind of explaining why of the things, right? And maybe they say at the later time when everything is managed down and we can take care of the tariff situation. Maybe the prices at that point can be lowered, but at this point you have to maintain these prices. That's the worst case. The best case is that they come back and they manage the situation. They can trim a little bit off their profits and bring the price down just a bit to appease not only us fans but also the shareholders.
They're one of the best characters in the game.
Let's say taking off the $10 off the Mario Kart game from 80 to 70, which is reasonable because we've already been getting ready for the $70 a game price that we paid it for Tears of the Kingdom. Nobody fought for it. Right now we have a new generation system with bigger games. They look great. They look fantastic. And everybody was expecting at least a $70 price point. We weren't expecting the 80. Not even Reggie Fils-Aimé was expecting that.
Is this sign that I should make Joker now?
We are in crisis management mode. Don't give in to the hungry. There will be no price increase. Worst case scenario, the price stays exactly the same. They issue a statement in regards to the pricing.
That was a good game,
pricing. Based on work
I did better that time.
And then we move on from there. And the best case scenario, they come back and they work something out so that they can decrease
You can put two
the
combos
pricing
down and you'll have a pretty good character.
I just wanted to get my 2 cents out there because there's way too much fear mongering and I wanted to let you guys know this is a minor little.
I'm just gonna send it to random stages.
This too shall pass, like they say. And the sun will shine again. We are
random
Nintendo fans as a community.
Omega.
The best thing we can do is stick together, right? Nintendo will listen to the fans,
do random whatever.
right? Just stick together.
I'm just gonna do
If you
random.
believe this is too high,
my
stick by
best
it, right?
character.
Make your vocal
I'm playing
point,
my
right? Be
best at the
respectful.
moment.
you know, and if you're okay with the pricing, that's okay too.
Yes, it's
You
my
know?
best carrot.
Also, be respectful to those who
And I'm just-
who can't
and I'm
afford it.
and I'm
Let them
currently
be as
going to the
vocal as
Joker.
they need to, so
I'm
that
not
they
going
can
to,
get their
but-
voices heard. Because maybe
This is your ultimate
you know,
test.
as we as a community can stay together, then
Bruh.
things could happen in
Let
a
me
good
start
way
out with
for us
30%.
as a gaming
Thank you.
community. We're the ones who pay for the games, right? So
That's so
I just wanted to give
that's
you guys this
actually
video. I hope
just
you guys
crazy.
find it
They
helpful.
will do 30%
I will see you guys in the next
in
one.
like 3 seconds. Just
Never
for
give
that.
up and journey on.
You
All right, all right. So that's
Get over
what
there.
Mike Odyssey was saying about this right here. Once again,
no.
once again, I do kind of agree.
Solidarity.
I do kind of agree on what he was saying right there, actually, about all that stuff.
Oh, thanks, John.
It's like, you know, and even the point that he was saying right there, that, you know, Nintendo doesn't want to pull another Wii U situation. That's exactly what I've been saying ever since, like, you know, the Switch 2 was first announced. Is that Nintendo's trying to make sure they do not pull another Wii U situation.
Oh, no.
And plus, at the same time, when Furukawa said during one of the investor meetings that,
I didn't
you know,
say-
they want to make sure everybody out there that wants to Switch 2 actually does get one. And,
What?
you know, honestly, though, I just want to have that. I just want to have the video kind of explain like Mike Honesty's perspective on this, because everything that was saying right there, he's saying, you know, this whenever it goes on, you just gotta respect. You just gotta respect the company, because at the end of the day, Nintendo's a business, and I've been there also to see all like the lower the price thing, like from the treehouse streams and all that. Well, it could be my perspective, possibly thinking on a more like a positive note,
Right in the basketball.
because I feel like that's what Nintendo was sort of noticing during the treehouse streams. They were noticing all of the backlash from like everybody saying lower the price, like spamming that and whatnot.
Yeah. I hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That
I
was
guess
crazy.
that's like I guess that's I'm maybe guessing the reason why that's also the reason why Nintendo kind of had this go into effect, because they're maybe they're like talking about this like behind the scenes, like with the other employees and all that, kind of like having like a little bit of a business plan, saying, okay, there's a lot of backlash going on right now with the Switch 2, with like a lot of people aren't really a big fan of the price, and you know we got tariffs like tariffs got to situate and all that stuff, so we gotta make sure like we have a game plan for this, and maybe that could be
Interesting.
Nintendo's like strategy that they're thinking of right now, but that's how I overall see it. But overall with that, whatever happens, if the price is still gonna stay the same, or if it's gonna increase, possibly, which that's what's most likely gonna happen. I really don't want to say that. Like, do I want the price to increase for the Switch 2? Of course not. Of course I don't want to pay more than one Nintendo wanted to confirm, like $450. Like, we got to go like a lot more than that. Like, at the end of the day, we all just gonna calm down. We all gotta relax and wait to see what Nintendo says about this. Because at the end of the day, like, anything could possibly happen. Maybe the price maybe if the price does increase, then it might not be as much as we thought it would be. It might not be as much as we thought it would be, or as we're thinking right now at the moment. Or it possibly could be the same, or who knows?
Oh, come on.
It possibly could lower this. Possibly could be a good thing, and it could possibly lower the price, maybe.
Get
So
over there.
maybe if you kind of maybe look at it that way, that actually might be a good thing. But somewhere from what it looks like so far, of what people are saying, and what they're pretty much saying with the scarce info, yeah, I think this might be looking pretty bad. But well, time will definitely tell once again what might go on from here. So,
I have no.
Oh,
but overall, what do you all think about that? What are you guys' thoughts? Or are we just gonna be sitting here in awkward silence again?
Oh.
do you guys have any thoughts about what we just mentioned, or
Oh, what? Say it again.
like what Mike Honesty pretty much what Mike Honesty was saying in that video, like what he was saying overall?
Well, what about it?
Man, well, yeah.
No, it's because me and Felix are playing Smash Bros. That's why.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Because I literally just SD'd myself on accident.
Yeah, that'll happen. To be fair.
Yeah, but yeah,
Happens a lot.
it's kind of hard for me to explain what he just said there. So if you guys didn't really hear what he had to say there, You all did
You like summarize
the original video once again. And that's why I kind of didn't want not that much people to talk here, so we can like have everybody understand like what he was actually trying to say and whatnot. So
Here, I got an idea.
But yeah, I think we should probably definitely go and move on to maybe the games possibly. Because my goodness gracious, on a more positive note, these games that are coming up for the Switch 2, like besides one that we briefly mentioned, like Mario Kart World and also DK Bonanza, just on the other games like the Kirby Air Ride sequel, the GameCube Switch Online service happening, and dude,
okay, that looks cool.
Dude, honestly, my mind is so blown, even to this very day, about the massive third-party support for this thing. I did not think Nintendo would ever go hard with the third-party support for the Switch 2. Like, the fact of getting Elden Ring, Street Fighter 6, Final Fantasy VII Remake, like a big, and also a big AAA third-party game from software on the Switch 2, and it's an exclusive. Who in the world can ever think of a time when it was a big AAA third-party game on the Nintendo console? That has probably never happened before, especially from a game from Software as well. Like, it's just insane now. Even if you guys remember my reaction on immediately when they first showed Elden Ring, I immediately, if you guys saw my reaction, I immediately lost it, man. I just immediately lost it when they announced that Elden Ring was going to be on the Switch 2. Even though it was originally rumored to come out for Switch 2, or that was going to come out for Switch 2 when it was originally a rumor, but the fact that it's actually coming, again, my mind's just blown now. But yeah, do you guys have any thoughts about that? About what do you guys think about third-party support for the Switch 2? Or just all the games that they announced during the Direct that we know about so far, and what they showed from the Treehouse? What do you guys think?
I guess I'm not really too much for third party stuff. I'm just curious to see what they'll do for like actual Nintendo games. Like, what are they gonna do? Mario Baseball or whatnot? You know?
No, yeah, definitely, yeah. It's funny because like we thought we didn't really know originally what was gonna be on the Switch 2 with like first party stuff and all that, but not gonna lie though, what they showed so far with like mainly the first party stuff, because I'm trying to think like the number like in total the first party support that we have for Switch 2 so far, minus the and just a brand new exclusives, just the first party exclusive Switch 2 exclusive games. We got Mario Kart World. We have what were the other ones? Donkey Kong Bonanza, Kirby Air Riders, and then what was the other one? I know GameCube Switch Online. Which, bro, GameCube Switch Online, after we've been speculating on it so many times, and after everybody has been like, clamoring for Nintendo to put GameCube games on Switch Online, I'm so shocked that it actually happened. That they finally decided to put GameCube games on Switch Online. The lineup so far is the lineup so far. I do like it overall so far, and the games that we got so far for the GameCube Switch Online, I still feel like it's a pretty good lineup that we have, especially at launch of like Zelda Wind Waker, which RIP that Zelda Wind Waker HD port on Switch.
I personally feel that all this tariff stuff probably wouldn't have happened if I don't know. If the console just been released for holiday 2024 like it was originally supposed to?
Yeah, that's what other people... Someone else I kind of mentioned that too as well. Like, why wait until the whole tariff thing was going to get into effect? People would have been so much better if the Switch 2 originally came out in 2024. Way before this whole tariff situation was even a thing. Like, I don't know why Nintendo waited this long for something like this to happen. Like...
Because they're too slow to act on anything. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're like the worst situation. Now they're like literally legit in the worst situation that Nintendo has probably ever been. It's probably like way worse than the Wii U, probably. Like legit though. But someone actually did also bring up another interesting point. When basically this was also like similar to what Nintendo did like back during the 3DS era, which I did not even know about this. This is a similar situation back during the 3DS era where, the 3DS and whatnot, was the 3DS console was, like, completely overpriced. But then, I guess, like, I'm trying to think about how they described it. And so when the 3DS first came out, it's like, it had like a rough launch, like at launch, but then afterwards, like Nintendo decided to lower down the price for the 3DS to make it a bit more affordable for people to actually get it. And what some other people were speculating if this could possibly be another a 3DS situation. Well, the Switch. Well, maybe the Switch 2 was very high overpriced, and then Nintendo kind of sees it as oh, okay, not that many people are really getting the Switch 2, and we're just gonna announce that we're gonna lower the price because we want people to be able to get a Switch 2, and we want people to be able to afford a Switch 2, so we're gonna just lower the price and all. I was thinking that's what Nintendo's gonna do. They're gonna probably look at this like the 3DS about when that thing launched back in 2011. When the console was overpriced, but then over time they kind of saw the sales declining for the Switch 2, mainly at launch, and they're just gonna lower the price by then. But no, it's just really hard to know what Nintendo might do with the whole console and whatnot. It's also go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask, when are we going to talk about games we want for the Switch 2? If we do, I don't know if we will or not, but
no, I really don't plan on having that for the discussion. This is more just talking about what we overall think about the Switch 2, what we know about so far, what's been revealed, and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Are we going to have a separate stream for that or not really?
Maybe you know what? Maybe in the future we might have that as a discussion, what we want to see on Switch 2.
Yeah.
Not technically a Nintendo Direct thing, but just in general, what do we want to see for the Switch 2 in general?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of I guess what I'm asking. So
yeah, that's fine there.
Okay, so good.
Well, by the way, I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat here. So, we also have El Nini and also Hazard Terrell that are also in the chat as well.
Get up there. Get up there, boy.
I want to read a few comments about El Nini.
Oh,
yes. Did they move the pre-order date? They did. Yes, they did actually. So originally pre-order was going to be on April 9th. So April 9th was originally going to be the pre-order date for the Switch 2.
You can't even see.
But now because of the whole tariffs and all that, we don't know exactly.
I thought you almost said Altaria for some reason.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But yeah, now with the whole tariff situation, now we just don't know when exactly pre-orders are going to be over for Switch 2. But like I said, I'm definitely going to do my best to keep you guys updated on when pre-orders go over for Switch 2. If you guys are watching this right now that do want to pre-order a Switch 2 and get one day one, we're definitely going to make sure we cover it, so that way you guys know when pre-orders for Switch 2 are going to come out, and know how you guys can actually pre-order as well. We're definitely going to do the best we can to keep you guys updated on that. So definitely make sure you guys stay tuned.
Okay.
Yeah. I also did see Pokemon Coliseum on GameCube Switch Online. That's cool. We're getting on there.
There's Coliseum. There's Gale of Darkness.
Yeah, that's way before they put
this actually.
But it's so funny how they put those on there right before Nintendo puts on the older gen Pokemon games on Switch Online. We're getting the more Pokemon spin-off games way before we get the older mainline ones on Switch Online. I mean, come on already. See, Hanson Terrell asks, are you ready to see the Minecraft movie? Well, I definitely am, but unfortunately,
are you guys gonna go see that? I should ask. Are you guys gonna watch the Minecraft movie?
I want to see it, but I just don't know when exactly if we'll actually see it in theaters.
I think it comes out this Friday, right?
Yeah, it actually came out tonight. It actually came out today. Actually, today's the day it came out.
It is Friday. It is Friday. Why?
Yeah, so pretty much today.
Yes.
See, El Nini also says the Xbox games are coming to Switch as well. Dude, it's so crazy how many of them are coming to Switch or Switch 2. They got again, Elden Ring. You also have apparently whatever the Project 007 thing is, which is it definitely has to be something GoldenEye related. I'm just shocked by the amount of Xbox exclusives that are coming to Switch 2. Again, the only ones I know about so far that I know of, Elden Ring and also Project 007. Out of the two Microsoft games that I know about. But we obviously know
I am not
there's going to be a lot more Xbox games that are going to come to Switch 2, like for sure. I mean, there's also been rumors about like the Halo Master Chief Collection coming over, Microsoft Flight Simulator, those kind of games possibly coming over to the Switch 2. I mean, Elden Ring was one of them, so this, and since Elden Ring's once again confirmed to be coming to Switch 2, that also could mean that what's it called?
Oh.
Microsoft Flight Simulator and also what was the other one? Halo Master Chief Collection possibly could come over. But that's my thing about this. The amount of just the amount of third-party support we're getting for this. It's like it's not even no longer. It's like these third-party developers are no longer restricted on putting like these big AAA third-party games on the Switch 2 now, because the Switch 1 definitely had its limitations, like not being powerful enough to run games like a lot of these third-party games that were announced during that Switch 2 Direct that are running on the Switch 2.
The Steve gif.
Oh wait, well by the way, I hate to be that guy, but if you guys are playing another game or something, and if y'all can maybe go to another VC, so it's like not interfering with our discussion here. I mean, it's up to you guys. You guys do whatever you want here. So.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to interfere with the discussion here and whatnot. So but yeah, that's the thing too. It's like the third-party games that are coming to Switch 2. Like, who would have thought that we would have, once again, like I said, AAA third-party games on the Switch 2, especially with that one that, like I said, is being developed by From Software. It's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. There has not been, without a doubt, any time that I ever thought that was ever going to happen. A AAA third-party game being developed from Software on a Nintendo platform, and that's what's also good about this. It's like third-party developers are no longer restricted on putting these games that felt like they were impossible to run on the Switch 1. Now they can actually have their chance to finally come over on Switch 2 as well, and not be too restricted on being too restricted on having it like just on PlayStation and Xbox and PC and all that stuff. Now you can actually play these if you're a Nintendo fan and wanting to play these. Now you got the Switch 2, so you can actually play these like bigger games that weren't possible were on Switch 2 or Switch 1. I mean, so. See, Switch 2 third-party support, huge win. For sure, yeah. I feel like in my opinion, the third-party support that we have on Switch 2, probably the best that we've seen on any Nintendo platform. I mean, honestly, 100% way better than how it was on the Wii U, because like, Wii U's like third-party support, it was a huge letdown now. And I mean, a very huge letdown for the third-party support on the Wii U. Like, there was probably like, I don't know how many third-party developers that were on board with the Wii U, but then afterwards, like after like a year or two, like a few months or a year afterwards, they're just like, "Yep, forget about the Wii U. We're not supporting that system no more." So thank goodness that's not really the same thing here, and it's like way more I didn't even expect it though. Like you got like EA and you got like Microsoft Xbox Game Studios on this, and you have From Software and all these other big third-party developers that are on board with this thing. Capcom bringing over Street Fighter 6. Which, man, they're going all out with the Switch 2 version of Street Fighter 6. Like, you're gonna have Amiibo. There's gonna be Amiibo support. There's gonna be Amiibo card support. Well, man, they're going all in with these third-party Switch 2 ports once again, especially with Street Fighter 6 having like Amiibo support and whatnot. So. Let's see, I'm gonna buy a GameCube skin for my Switch 2. That's dope right there. Like I said, I'm just so shocked that GameCube Online is gonna be coming to Switch 2. Because like people have been clamoring for that to come to also on the Switch 1 as well. But the fact that it's finally coming over, it's for one, it's shocking, and second of all, it's awesome that Nintendo decided to do that. Finally after all this time, finally had GameCube support on the Switch 2. I I don't know. I know lots of people that are owners of just the Switch One are going to be, complaining about like, where's GameCube Online on Switch? Where's GameCube Switch Online on the Switch One? Why is it only playable on Switch Two? I mean, that's another thing too. It's like Nintendo wants you to upgrade to the Switch 2 because there's gonna be lots of things that you're not gonna be able to experience on the Switch 1. Especially with these Switch 1 upgrades. These Switch 1 upgrades that you're gonna be getting, you're not gonna be able to experience these on Switch 2. Well, I mean, like higher resolution and whatnot. But there was pretty much an article that recently just came out saying that like, there was gonna be like the Switch 2 upgrades, the Switch 1 upgrades, and again on Switch 2 will also be available on the Switch 1 as well. So I mean that's cool though, but like how is that all gonna work out though? Like obviously you're not gonna be playing Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at 60 FPS on the Switch 2. But you're probably get like the upgrades like for like Kirby the Forgotten Land, like with that whatever it's called, for the Switch 2 edition of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Like, at least you'll be getting that playable on the Switch 1. So, if you're not able to afford a Switch 2 and any of those, like, Switch 1 upgrades on Switch 2, at least you do have another option to, like, get them on Switch 1 as well. So, yeah. So now people are saying, drop the price in the comment section on Nintendo's videos. Oh my gosh, man. Again, people are going to keep doing it until Nintendo eventually comes out and says that they're finally going to lower the price for the Switch 2. We're going to be seeing that a lot until, again, Nintendo officially comes out and says, they're going to drop the price for the Switch 2. But like I said, lo and behold, Switch 2 launches on June 5th. Watch how many people are going to be complaining about it until June 5th, and they actually end up getting the Switch 2. Just you'll thank me later for that. You'll see how many people, like I said, you'll see how many people have been complaining about, not being able to afford a Switch 2 and just how the prices are super high and all that, and telling, literally spamming every single video on Nintendo's channel and every single stream that they host, telling them to drop the price of the Switch 2, and they're just gonna buy it anyways. Like, just watch though. That's how I've seen it. I've heard other people say that happened for so many other consoles that launched. People complain about it, and they ended up getting it anyways. Definitely same situation here with the Switch 2 as well. Like, definitely watching happen. But, like I keep saying, we'll definitely see what happens now. We'll just have to wait and see here. But yeah, also like the Switch 1 upgrades that we have. It's even funny to like go back and look back on like how we didn't know like how the Switch 1 games were like there wasn't going to be any major upgrades with the Switch 1 games on the Switch 2. Now it's like now it's like they're going way farther than this, so like than we even thought. Like having like Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom running at like 60 FPS and all that, which I never thought that day would ever come. Where we can actually play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at 60 FPS, and then having like different options for like Metroid Prime 4, having like 4K, having an option for like 4K 60, and then 1080. It's mainly when you're playing in dock mode, and then if you're playing in handheld mode, you have like 1080p, 120 FPS. Like there's gonna be a big reason why to upgrade these Switch 1 games to Switch 2, because like there's gonna be so much more stuff that Nintendo's going to offer exclusively for the Switch 2 editions of these Switch 1 upgrades. And like I said, it's like Nintendo wants you to upgrade your Switch 1 games to Switch 2, because like there's going to be so much to offer when you eventually end up doing it. But yeah, I can pretty much ask everybody else what their overall thoughts are on this stuff, but on one side I'm saying everyone here is just muted, and they're probably not gonna have that much. They're probably not gonna have that much stuff to say about it. So I just feel like I'm pretty much gonna be the only one that's gonna be doing all the talking here, actually. But if you guys are,
why can't wait till the summer and June 5th?
yeah. But if you guys have any thoughts in the chat, once again, for those of you watching with that still, Let me know. Let me know what you guys think about your guys' overall thoughts on the Switch 2 in the chat once again here. Because again, we're interacting with you guys here. You guys also in the chat that are watching live right now are also part of the discussion as well. But I just want to say another thing too. It's amazing how finally, after 2 generations of Nintendo, going for the Wii U to then also the Switch 1, Nintendo is finally going 4K, which I'm so happy they're finally doing it. Because there's tons of people complaining about like how Nintendo was still slacking behind in these past generations. Well, I suppose the PlayStation over here having already going 4K, and also like, they've been pretty much going 4K and all that. You know, Nintendo's like over here just still seeing that Nintendo over here with the Switch 1 and also like first of all the Wii U and then the Switch 1. They were just still stuck at 1080p. But yeah, so now it's the Switch 2 generation. They're finally deciding to go 4K 60 FPS, and then when you're playing in dock mode, and then 1080p 120 FPS when you're playing in handheld mode. Like that for a handheld, that's just crazy though. And let's say a 1080p screen and 120 FPS with DLSS and ray tracing and HDR support and whatnot. Goodness gracious, man! Especially for a Nintendo system. This is a Nintendo system we're talking. This is not a PlayStation. This is not Xbox. This is not PlayStation or PC. This is legit Nintendo we're talking. Finally going 4K. Finally having 120 FPS. Having HDR performance modes. Having DLSS, ray tracing, and goodness gracious, man, and AI upscaling. This is absolutely just nuts, man, how Nintendo's doing this for a Nintendo console. It's just insane, man. Goodness gracious. But what do you guys overall think? For those of you who are still here with us, what do you guys overall think? Well, pretty much specifically Nintendo going 4K and 4K finally. Yeah, definitely. That's because again, I'm just so mind blown how Nintendo is. It took Nintendo all this time to finally go up to 4K and whatnot. Again, it was like 2 generations of Nintendo where they were in the when they started with the Wii U, they were going into the HD era, and then with the Switch 1, they still went 1080p, but now with the Switch 2, they're now finally going 4K and whatnot. And again, for a Nintendo system, especially for a handheld hybrid as well. Yeah. Like I'm just so glad Nintendo's finally decided to go down that route. Because even like people were complaining about the hardware of the Switch 1, and that's why a lot of like there weren't that many like big like once again big AAA third party games on the Switch 1 because with the underpowered hardware and Nintendo was still in the 1080p 720 and the 1080p and also the 720p era when majority of the Switch 1 software especially most of them were like looking blurry and like didn't really look that good and washed out and run at like a lower frame rates than like the other platforms. Now it's like here with the Switch 2. That's gonna definitely change. That's gonna definitely change a lot. It's like these games are gonna run so much better, and they're gonna run exactly like how they're supposed to, like how they do on PlayStation, like how they do on Xbox, and like how they also do on Steam as well. When Nintendo is finally learning that massive mistake that they did with 2 generations, like literally like the last 2 generations with the Wii U and also the Switch 1. But for me, no, I seriously can't wait to play some of these like other third-party games that I've been wanting to play on Switch 2. And even the third-party games that were already on the Switch 1, like biggest one for me is definitely Fortnite. Fortnite, I am so looking forward to finally playing Fortnite on the Switch 2 because it's finally gonna have 60. It's gonna be in 1080. Technically in dock mode, it's gonna be. I'm assuming it's gonna be 4K, and it's finally gonna run at 60 FPS, man. Finally, we can play Fortnite the way it is. And the way it's supposed to run on a Nintendo platform. Again, 4K, 60 FPS and whatnot. Like seriously, I just love that, man. I absolutely love that, honestly. But and also, I'm just really hoping that, like, you know, Mario Kart's gonna run a little bit better too. Wait, did I say Mario Kart? Well, Minecraft is what I meant to say. I don't know why I said Mario Kart, but Minecraft. Minecraft Bedrock Edition on the Switch 1 already ran so bad. So, kind of hoping it's gonna run a little bit better on Switch 2. Because, man, trying to invite people to a game, man, it's like so tough. It's like so tough trying to, you know, invite people, especially trying to load into a world too, with the custom map pack, like the texture packs, like especially the Mario one. Trying to load into that one, that's an absolute nightmare. Trying to load into that. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else here we could probably talk about with overall thoughts on Switch 2. We still got to talk about Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World, like I said, this is something without a doubt. Even I said this during the Treehouse when they were showing gameplay of it. This one, hands down, going to be probably one of the best, if not the best, not a looking Mario Kart game, but probably the best Mario Kart game in general. The amount of stuff and the amount of content that they have for it, the amount of characters, the amount of courses that are going to be in it. They have a knockout mode. They have a free roaming mode where it's like an open world Mario Kart game. There is so much. There is like legit so much to offer, and just graphically, it just looks insane now.
Yeah, there's gonna be so much to do in that game.
Yeah, legit though. Legit, yeah. No, I'm just kind of wondering like what we don't know about some retro tracks that are gonna come back from like previous Mario Kart games. But my question is like how many retro tracks in total, especially in the final game, are they gonna bring back in terms of like just merely retro tracks? Like who knows? Because listen to the only ones we know about so far is like Sky High Sunday from originally from the Mario Kart Deluxe Boosted Course Pass, and also from Tour, and then trying to think of the other ones that are confirmed, like Airship Fortress. I was like Airship Fortress. What was that Wario one that someone mentioned today? It was that Wario something. I'm really blanking on the name. It was that one Wario map from Mario Kart DS. And then what was the other ones? Like there's Maple Tree Wise coming back. Toad's Factory. I don't even know why they didn't confirm that Toad's Factory wasn't going to come back. Because we're going to literally end like the overview trailer that we saw for Mario Kart World in the Switch Shooter Direct. There was only that one little part where we could actually hear Toad's Factory music. So Toad's Factory has to be here, especially like because of the fact we already heard it in the actual full reveal trailer for Mario Kart World. But man, just the amount of tracks are going to be in this, and yeah, I do agree. There's going to be so much replayability with this, with all the characters and all the different modes that we know about so far. On the knockout mode, that's going to be a lot of fun now. The knockout mode is going to be fun. Racing with 24 players is going to be a lot of fun. Well, dude, having 24 races for the first time in Mario Kart, that's actually insane. It's insane how, like, for the very first time in Mario Kart history, there's going to be about, like, 24 racers. But also, there's another thing that I kind of been noticing too as well. It's like the character models for now we actually had a better look at the models, at like the character models in Mario Kart World. I always keep on meaning to slip up and say Mario Kart Tour, but I mean Mario Kart World. I'm almost thinking that the character models are kind of taking inspiration from Mario Wonder. I almost feel like it's taking inspiration from Mario Wonder. Because looking at King Bowser Jr. and King Boo's designs, I'm like, that definitely is like their designs from Mario Bros. Wonder. And I'm still thinking that's what they're... but I'm not gonna actually, from what I've been noticing, that's probably the route they're definitely taking with the way the character models look in Mario Kart World. Definitely from Mario Wonder. But I know a lot of people saying too, it's like, the models are also like kind of taking inspiration from like... the original, like, renders from Mario Kart 64 as well. Well, I guess you probably could count Mario Kart Super Circuit, because Mario Kart Super Circuit is almost kind of like, is almost similar. Like, mainly the character models and all. Are almost similar to the ones from Mario Kart 64, so... But overall for me, Mario Kart World, the character models in Mario Kart World are never screaming more like Mario Bros. Wonder a bit, which I actually do kind of like that. Well, even with DK as well, like having DK's design from the Mario movie, which I'm some of are actually still going that one and still not using the DK design from Rare. Well, that was made by Rare actually. But then you know, speaking of DK as well, DK Bonanza, Donkey Kong Bonanza, that game was amazing too as well. I don't know who said it. I don't know who said it originally during this during the discussion, but I agree. I disagree. Donkey Kong Bonanza, the game was phenomenal though. The fact that we finally have a 3D Donkey Kong game since the last 3D DK game that we got was like DK64 on the N64. So it's been over a decade since we got a brand new 3D Donkey Kong game. I've been wondering too, like where in the world was that 3D Donkey Kong game? Like we didn't see nothing from it, and here it is right now. And it looks amazing. And also when I grab a banana, they say, "Oh, banana!" I just love how they say that when DK grabs a banana at the end of a mission. He's like, "Oh, banana!" Man, I'm just also honestly surprised that like the game is like coming out like a month after Mario Kart World releases. So then you got Mario Kart World in June, and then immediately a month afterwards in July, we got Donkey Kong Bonanza. Like, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy, bruh. Man, Andrew, you're quite being a bad boy in the chat. He said, L in the chat for Logan saying Mario Kart Tour for World. Man, you're just getting your corner, you bad boy. This, and I mean it there. And then Kirby Air Riders, like Kirby Air Riders. I'm just surprised overall we're getting a Kirby Air Ride sequel. Even the game that Sakurai was, the game that Sakurai was teasing in his like final YouTube video. Because it's so funny how like people were thinking that it was going to be a brand new Smash Bros. Game, like it was going to be Smash 6. But no, after fans have been claiming for a Kirby Air Ride sequel, especially in the modern era. That's amazing how Sakurai's making a sequel to Kirby Air Ride. Well, we didn't really see that much of it. I still can't wait to see what Kirby Air Riders is all about. And you know that's another thing too. I'm just so glad we finally have a Kirby game finally coming out like this year. Because I literally said this from the very beginning, and it's been over 2 years since a Kirby game came out on the especially with the Switch 1. If you want to know the last Kirby game that we got in, including the Switch 1, the last Kirby game we got was all the way back in 2023 with Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. All the way back in February of 2023. So it's been over 2 years since we got a Kirby game, like a brand new spanking new Kirby game from the Wii. But it's I mean, it's still technically a brand new game thanks to the Megalore epilogue, but yeah.
I'll be leaving too. I'll be right back.
Nah, it's all good there. Oh, hold on, guys. Okay, it looks like we should be good now. Okay, so yeah, so okay, sorry about that, guys. For those of you guys watching, my stream was. We had a little bit of lag going, but I think we should be good now. So I just had to make sure we're good here. So, but again, apologies about that, folks. If it does it again, I definitely apologize if it happens again. And if it does, just definitely bear with us here. But I know I was saying before about Kirby Air Ride, like, dude, this is crazy how after it's been 2 years. To see no brand new Kirby game at all. We're finally getting one here with and the fact it's like a Kirby Air Ride sequel. I'm so shocked that this is gonna be a brand new Kirby game. Like not only a brand new Kirby game, but also a sequel to Kirby Air Ride. I never would have thought, without a doubt, Nintendo was ever gonna go back Nintendo was ever going to go back to Kirby Air Ride ever again, and especially do a sequel as well. Because I think that's another thing that people were clamoring for as well, was a sequel to Kirby Air Ride. Honestly, I have like no idea when it could come out. I'm probably thinking that's probably going to be like a holiday title. I could be wrong though, but I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking either in October or it's either October or maybe that could be the holiday game possibly. Like they didn't really give us a specific date on when to expect Kirby Air Riders. Like they were like very bland with it, because all they said was like all they said was like just Kirby Air Riders was gonna come out this year, and that's pretty much it. So we don't really know when it would exactly come out in 2025. And plus like I said, we really don't know that much stuff about it. But hopefully soon. Hopefully soon we'll find out more information about this. And I'm just surprised that this is the game that literally Sakurai himself is working on. Not working on the new Smash Brothers, but working on a Kirby. Not working on a Kid Icarus Uprising sequel or a Kid Icarus Uprising port. It's legit a Kirby Air Ride sequel. I kind of not expect it to be announced during the Switch 2 Direct, but at least if I don't know what it is now. Now that Sakurai finally mentioned it. But yeah. But yeah, anyways, anybody else here have any final, I guess I might have covered everything with the overall thoughts for the Switch 2, so anybody else have any final thoughts here, or, you all good here? If anybody's still there. Man, this has been like the deadest VC, I feel like the second half of the stream. So anyways, guys, I don't think there's much more else to talk about here with our overall thoughts for the Switch 2. So I think because there's not that many people here and whatnot to, you know, discuss any more thoughts about the Switch 2. I know we're just gonna go and end it right here, actually. So, you know, if you guys have any more, if overall you guys have any more thoughts about, any more overall thoughts about what do you guys think about the Switch 2 overall, with the games, like the software, the price, and what do you guys think about the situation with the Switch 2 possibly being affected by tariffs? Definitely let me know your thoughts once again in the comment section down below. And I would still absolutely love to hear your thoughts about what do you guys think about all the stuff we know about so far for the Switch 2, especially with the backlash that's going on so far with the price of the Switch 2 as well. But yeah, I think on that note, that's gonna go ahead and do it overall for our live discussion and our overall thoughts for the Nintendo Switch 2 once again. So overall, super hyped about this. I'm still really excited about this thing overall, regardless, and I'm still gonna get this thing one no matter what happens, and no matter how much this thing costs and all. So yeah, so anyone to say, thanks everybody for coming by, and thank you for hanging out with us during and discussing your guys' overall thoughts and letting us know what you guys think about the Switch 2 so far. And if there's anything we missed, we probably be mentioning about it a lot more in the future. So, but yeah, to let you guys know what's going to be happening next, tomorrow, we're going to be going live tomorrow, this time around, to definitely do some more Xenoblade X Definitive Edition at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And then we're going to also be doing some Smash Bros. Ultimate all-in matches tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. So yeah, definitely make sure you guys do stay tuned for that. Again, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, we'll be doing the next episode of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. And then, right after that, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing some more Smash Bros. Ultimate as well. So yeah, we're finally going to be going back on focusing on the backlog once again. So make sure you guys do stay tuned for that. And yeah, so I think over with that. So thank you once again for watching the stream. If you're enjoying it, make sure to give it a like on your give it a thumbs up on your way out. And if you guys are brand new to our YouTube channel, even on our Twitch channel as well. Well, yeah, make sure you guys also follow our Twitch channel, even though I haven't been live on there either, like in a while. But make sure you guys overall subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure you guys also have the notifications on. So now I'm sending more upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 coverage in the future, essentially possibly more discussions on this in the future, and also more upcoming Nintendo content next time in the near future as well. So overall with that, that's gonna do it overall for me here for Reborn Nintendo Logan, and for all the other people here in the VC. I know we can actually get some overall thoughts here in the VC, final ones in the VC, but like there's like literally nobody there at the moment. So anyways, we'll see you guys next time for another stream here. So peace out, love you guys, God bless, have a great night, watch one else, be blessed, and we'll we'll catch you guys tomorrow for the next episode of Xenoblade X Definitive Edition, and when we do some more Smash Bros. Ultimate. So we'll see you guys then. Peace out and God bless.
Bye-bye.
What's up, Joy-Con gang? I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you guys want to see up to date on more upcoming videos in the near future on the channel, make sure you guys click that subscribe button to be a part of our amazing Joy-Con gang community. Plus, also, be sure to enable that notification bell to all to be notified and not miss a single new upload on this channel every single week. And if you all also want to stay up to date on more upcoming events for this channel, and even see some exclusive behind the scenes stuff as well, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Nintendo Logan YT for exclusive posts you will not see anywhere else on this channel in the future, from posting my amiibos or whatever kind of stuff you guys want to see on my Instagram, and especially in the near future, maybe do some like live Instagram hangouts with you guys as well. And lastly, if you all enjoy all the moments that we have on the channel as well, make sure you guys consider checking out our Nintendo Logan Clips channel as well, which is pretty much our second YouTube channel, when we upload new clips on there every Monday and Wednesday, where you can check out all of our past funny and epic moments that I bet you guys will definitely enjoy for sure there, because we got a lot of funny clips on there once again. And of course, if you guys do none of that, as I always say, one person very in particular is going to be saying, what's wrong with you if you guys don't do none of that? And that's pretty much right to Beastmate. He's going to be telling you what's wrong with you until you do all the stuff you guys see on the right side of me here, and I do promise you guys that. So, alright, but anyways guys, so that's going to do it for your boy Nintendo Logan here for this video, and I'm going to be signing off for this video once again. So I will see you guys in the next video, and peace out, and love you guys, God bless, and have a great day everybody. Peace out, Joy-Con gang.